Hey there, it's Von Tom 2020, and we're back on PhoenixCraft, and I am doing the outside wall on the trading hall, bit by bit. And I'm trying a new little trick here where I'm just putting down the one type of block that I'm using, just putting down, one or two at a time, and just, building up this bottom layer. That way I don't have to keep switching back and forth between different types of blocks. I can just go around it real quick, placing one or two blocks at a time. And we're going to see if this will get us through any quicker. So now I'm going to, this is where the tower goes. Okay, so now I'm going to jump down here and I'm going to start putting down the upside down staircases like so. And move all the way around and fill that gap in. And then I'll bring you back and I'll show you what the next step's going to be. This is going to take forever. This thing is so huge. Okay, now we're moving on with the next phase. We are putting the right side, or correctly sided staircases. Upside? Right side? I don't know. And 3 of them right here in the corner. I really like the way these textures interplay against each other and create a lot of gaps for the light and the shadows, and the different colors and textures work really, really well together. And the main wall is going to be made out of granite with some windows. I'll of course use fences for the windows. I'm thinking for the next build I'm going to probably switch to glass, because I've used fence posts to fill the windows in my last 1 or 2 large builds, and it's time to switch it up and try something new. I haven't used glass in a while, and I've been really wanting to try to incorporate it in somehow, so maybe I'll try that next. Okay, so next we've got, we're filling in these gaps right here to bring it back 1 more block in depth and create a lot more thickness to the walls. These walls are going to end up being approximately 3 blocks thick, which is going to create a lot of texture to catch the eyes. And of course, there's going to be granite back there, and some dark oak logs going to be the columns. And these right here will be bracing up the windows and framing them in. And then we'll start with the granite textures. Okay, now almost done. And I keep hearing something. I think that there's some illagers over here, some pillagers, illagers, and there they are. Now this is going to be cool, because if these guys are showing up at the trading hall, then that means when we fight them off, we'll be able to orchestrate a raid on purpose. And since the axe guys aren't spawning in with them anymore, hide behind a tree. Since the axe guys are the ones that kill me. The axe guys are the ones that get me. What are they called again? The Vindicators? Yeah, the guys with the axes. Look at these guys are trashing my garden. This is the only garden I've got in the whole wide world. And now I just trashed it a little bit too. Yeah, so if we can instigate raids right here on the property, then we can get the hero of the village and go in there and trade like crazy and get real serious loot. And see ya. Yeah, baby, that's what God Armor will do for you. Look at my poor garden. You notice I have the real deal. WA 2020 made it for me. It's got all the protections, and it's got mending on it too, because it's a real deal.
Also thorns.
Yeah. Oh man, I said mending. I meant to say thorns. It's got thorns on it. Yeah, of course it's got mending on it. Everything does. No, it's got thorns on it too. Okay, so now we're going to start putting the granite in. It is going to form the basis for the walls. And look at that. I have put the rail in the wrong place. So I'm going to have to redo this entire section here. Well, I know where the granite's going. I'm just going to have to rebuild the rail right there and move it in one block because it's going to interfere with the wall. I can't believe I did that. Just goes to show you that you can do something in creative mode and you can have a really, really good plan, but when you start building in the real world and you're in survival, you're going to run into some problems and you're going to have to rethink everything. So back to the drawing board. Okay, I found myself a Pillager Outpost on a little bit of a walkabout. I just wanted to go out and have a little bit of adventure and decided to come over here and mark this thing because I am going to turn it into an emerald farm. But these guys are ganging up on me and I've killed quite a few of them. Critical hit. And they keep shooting themselves, which is kind of cool. Ow. So I've got my coordinates up so that everybody on the PhoenixCraft server can read it and weep. Find your own outpost, suckers. And that tall grass will get you killed too. You think you're hitting them and what you're doing is mowing the lawn. Meanwhile, they're just shooting you left and right. And you got to watch out for the guys with the magic crossbows because some of them have, piercing, and I think it'll go right through your armor. So, got to watch out for that stuff. Yeah. So I'm going to turn this into a pillager farm for emeralds, general loots, like the crossbows are worthless. Use them as fuel. And, yeah, 4 of them at once. Yeah, this is that god tier armor at work, buddy. Yeah, so, Raiseworks has a really great video for a outpost farm, and if you situate a couple of villagers in there, you can actually incite a raid, and the way that the farm's designed, it'll catch the vexes for you, it will kill the pillager beasts for you, or whatever they're called now, the ravager beast. Ooh, look at the arrows in me, look at that. And you can, with that, you can get totems, you can get emeralds, and witches and stuff will be coming through, so you get some witch loot. Pretty good stuff. Okay, so here we are. We're back at the trading hall, and as you can see, I've got a lot of work done. Basically, I just went ahead and just ran through a couple of days of building on this thing, and I didn't do a whole lot of recording. Didn't go there. But anyway, wanted to go ahead and get this thing moving, and so I just went ahead and pushed right through and got a lot of stuff done. I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about what I did, and then at a certain point in time when we get a little bit further into this, we'll just do a tour and I'll walk you through each of the phases. But for now, I color-coded the floors so that it'll be a little bit easier for everybody to tell. That doesn't go there. Okay. I color-coded the floors. We've got different colors of glazed terracotta that we'll be using to help people tell the difference between the wings, so you'll know where you are. Because the trading hall it's kind of big. And another thing I did was I sorted out the rails so that they are now aligned properly. They go to the places they're supposed to go. There's a little bit of a minecart retrieval system. The trading hall has a little bit of a second floor. It's going to be inaccessible to the average user. It's going to be for trading guild members only. And it's basically an area where we can store the tradables and the emeralds that we're going to need to build these guys up. And it's going to be accessible from behind the scenes, but I don't want it accessible to the general public. We put down... I put down chests and ender chests so that there is something, a place where people can empty their pockets for a minute and do a little bit of crafting, do what they got to do. But it's not a place for you to leave your junk, guys, so don't make me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end the video here and try to go ahead and push on and get this next section finished. And I'll be bringing you back the next episode where we will have a lot more done. We'll work through the way that we put the build together, and we'll definitely be starting on the villagers by then. So if you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up, and if you have been enjoying this series, then please subscribe to the channel. We really like to see new people on here. And with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you very much for stopping by, and have a great day.